A month ago, Ducati's broken promise to Nicolo Bulega looked like a closed case. The door at VR46 was bolted shut, Gresini wanted nothing to do with him, and the rider who had been promised a 2027 seat was being quietly written out of his own future. Then something changed. Fabio Di Giannantonio walked out of Borgo Panigale for KTM. The VR46 vacancy nobody expected reopened the entire conversation, and Valentino Rossi went on Italian television and named Bulega out loud. On paper, this is a comeback story. So why has Bulega's manager already taken meetings with Aprilia in the Jerez paddock? And why has the Ducati CEO publicly admitted Bulega has nothing left to prove, only to follow that line with a structural reason he still can't have the seat? Let me be clear about what this video is. The first time we covered this story, the question was whether Ducati's internal war would cost Bulega another year. That war is over. The door cracked open, the public mood shifted in his favour, and on the surface everything that needed to break right has broken right. And yet, his manager has already taken meetings with a rival manufacturer about the 2027 grid. The obstacle has changed. It is not Padovani anymore. It is not Aldeguer being moved against his will. It is something colder, and it is sitting inside the manufacturer. Bulega still expects to honour his contract. Start with what happened. Di Giannantonio is leaving for KTM in 2027, widely reported across every credible paddock outlet, treated as fact by everyone in the negotiations even without the official announcement. That single move erased the central problem of the first video. With Aldeguer arriving from Gresini and Digia walking out the other door, VR46 suddenly had one seat available and a Ducati-aligned satellite owner openly looking for an Italian to fill it. Bulega's name was in the room before anyone said it out loud. Then Rossi said it out loud. Speaking to Italian media at Catalunya, the 9-time world champion was put in front of a 3-name shortlist for the open seat. Bulega, Marini, Vietti. He didn't push back. He added Morbidelli as a 4th, said he needed at least one Italian on the bikes, and delivered the line that should have settled it. Whoever proves to be the fastest will be the favourite. Bulega has won 19 consecutive WSBK races and leads the championship by nearly 100 points. He is not winning the title, he is annihilating it. By Rossi's own criterion, this should be over. No other name on Rossi's list is close to that level of dominance. And this is where it changes, because while Rossi was opening the door, Bulega himself stopped being polite. Asked after his clean sweep at most what happens if Ducati pass on him for 2027, he gave the first public answer that applied pressure back. I think now I deserve a chance in MotoGP. If I don't get it, I don't know. For sure, I will not be happy. That sentence ended a year of careful silence. The rider who was supposed to wait quietly while Ducati arranged his future had just made the arrangement his problem too. You would expect the manufacturer's response to be acceleration, a public push, a phone call to Rossi, something that converted Bulega's pressure into momentum. Instead, Ducati's CEO Claudio Domenicali had already said the part that explains everything else. Asked by GPOwn back at Ducati's WSBK season launch in February what Bulega still needed to do to earn a 2027 seat, Domenicali answered, "With Nicolo, I don't think he has anything left to prove to us. He has shown his worth over the past 2 seasons. That should be the end of the sentence. It isn't." His next line is the one that gives the game away. The balance is complicated in the sense that it doesn't just depend on us. We choose 2 riders for the official team, and we tend to manage the riders who enter MotoGP through the satellite teams, so we'll have to talk it over with them as well. Listen to that sequence again. He has nothing left to prove. We will have to talk to the satellite teams about him. Those 2 sentences cannot both be true the way Domenicali wants them to be. The CEO of Ducati used the language of conviction and the language of distance in the same answer, and the only honest read is that the second sentence is the real position and the first is the cover. Here is what the paddock has known and the headlines have not made loud enough. Ducati want Bulega to stay in WSBK in 2027. Multiple credible reports, Same conclusion in different words. He is winning their flagship production championship. He is developing their 850cc bike at Mugello with Pirelli data nobody else on the test team can match. He is, in the cold institutional sense, worth more to Borgo Panigale in Superbike than he is on a satellite Ducati that beats nobody important. The promise that brought him in was MotoGP. The strategy that benefits Ducati now is keeping him out of it. And the public posture is engineered to hide exactly that. Daligna, caught on Ducati's own YouTube channel watching the WSBK feed during Catalunya, called Bulega a machine. Domenicali calls him a rider with nothing left to prove. Tardozzi smiles in front of every camera at every Grand Prix when Bulega's name comes up. The praise is real and the praise costs Ducati nothing. What would cost Ducati something is putting Bulega on the VR46 grid and losing him from the bike they actually need him on. So they praise him and they don't move him. And the story of a manufacturer betraying its rider becomes hard to tell because every public sentence sounds supportive. Make no mistake, Bulega's manager has read the same room. Alberto Martinelli was in the Jerez paddock at the Spanish Grand Prix and confirmed the meetings to GP Own. Certainly, yes, we're discussing it. We're currently having meetings at Jerez, including with Aprilia and Brivio. Aprilia's technical director Fabiano Sterlachini has publicly said he is ready to welcome Bulega, and in the days since, Trackhouse confirmed Brivio himself is leaving the team at the end of 2026 for a new role at Honda. The man Martinelli sat across from in Jerez will not be there next year. The exit ramp is still real, but it now leads to a Trackhouse with a different team principal, on a bike that just opened its doors to him, while Ducati congratulate him in public. So the question the first video left open has an answer. The internal war did not block him. The internal war ended. And the side that wanted Bulega in WSBK won. People thought this was a story about a manufacturer that failed to honour a promise. It is a story about a manufacturer that decided not to. That is a different crime, and the language has to be different too. Failure implies effort. This is not failure. This is preference. If Bulega ends up at Aprilia, it will be because Ducati trained their own competitor, handed him the 850 data and the Pirelli experience, and watched him walk because they preferred his Superbike trophies to his MotoGP future. So when does the praise stop being praise and start being the cover story? When the most dominant rider in WSBK has his manager taking meetings with a rival manufacturer in the same paddock as the team he supposedly belongs to. Let us know in the comments below. And once you do that, make sure to click on the video appearing on your screen right now.